I no, there's tea time. Oh, sorry, there's tea time. I'm reading a message on my phone. Like, no, there's tea time. We have tea time. It's just a little bit late. I was on a call with my boss, and then handling some work business, so I didn't get to take my lunch on time. But you all know, work comes first. And then my brother called, and I'm like, this is a brother who I don't talk to all the time. I mean, we talk, but he doesn't call me all the time. So of course I'm gonna take the call. And I'm like, hey, yeah. So I gotta go because I gotta do tea time. Good morning, Tobiah. Good morning. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. That's so rude.
Excuse me, Mom?
No.
No, this isn't anything crazy. I just wanted to know if you think it would be a good idea or a bad idea to put just a little bit of adobo in this mix.
Bad.
Bad idea? Or are you just saying that to make me go away?
I'm saying it to make you go away and because it's a bad idea.
Is it a bad idea to add any other mixture?
You know what, son? I really, really get irritated that you wait until I go on tea time to have my attention. Stop.
Well, maybe if you went on tea time after I started cooking. I mean, after I finished cooking.
It's one of those days, y'all. It's one of those days, and I'm sitting here trying to multitask. I am multitasking. I've got my phone out. I've got the boy here. I've got the the screen going. Good morning, Bina. I had a rough night yesterday. My stomach was upset yesterday. So I was knitting. I mean, it's what I always do. And I wanted to talk. That's what I'll talk about today. I'll talk about knitting as a metaphor. Just in case Chelsea gets on here talking about, why are we talking about yarn? Now you make me want to get dressed. So I post the knitting stuff that I do, right? Because I'm proud of it. I'm proud. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Bina. Because I'm proud of my knitting. It's something new that I've started doing. I'm artistic, obviously, I guess. Apparently. Let me say apparently. Good morning, Steve. And I picked it up. This is a COVID talent, right, that I have found. And my son the other day says, Mom, what's so funny is that every day your life has become work, tend to the dog, knitting. And of course, like dinner for him, whatever. But he's basically saying you go from the bed to the office to the couch to knit and walk the dog. And it's true. That's what I do every day. And at any given point, I have multiple projects going. So when I'm posting a project, when I'm posting something, you guys might think, oh, wow, she whipped that out real quick. No, it's been going. Some of them I whip out real quick. Some of them that are taking too long, I decide to put it down and I'll come back to this later. So let me get something else. Let me pick up something else that has my energy and my intention and my passion and my that motivates me. Let me pick that up for the motivation that I need, and I'll come back to that other long-term goal. I need something with a short-term goal. So let me whip this hat out real quick. Okay, I'm gonna rip the hat out, whip the hat up real quick. Now I'm gonna go back to the blanket. Understand, people, that I will never be knitting blankets for folks. That takes forever. And I can't stay focused on my long-term goals like that. I need each long-term goal to have milestones of success, to have milestones where I can see something come together. And when you're working on a big old huge blanket, yeah, I mean, it's coming together as you go along, but I need steps along the way that say, ooh, I finished this. Ooh, I finished that. Or if my long-term goal is a hat and scarf set, when I finish the hat, I'm like, ooh, halfway there. Then I get to the scarf, and scarves take longer than hats. But sometimes I'll do the hat first so that I can quickly get to the end of something. I know it's all over the place today, but I just think about. But let me show you something. Oh man, I can't.
Oh, Mom,
I can't show you the finished product because I boxed it up. I boxed it up to send it, but I'm gonna show you something. Hold on. First of all, my dining room table is overrun with knitting.
Yes.
Everything knitting. I have looms, I have needles, I have crochet needles, because even though it's knitting, I do use a crochet needle as a part of some of what I do. I do with crochet needle. So a friend of mine asked for a blue and white hat. Let me show it to you on this end. Okay, let me show it to you this way. A friend of mine asked for a blue and white hat. Simple blue and white hat is supposed to get a palm on the top. Good morning, Adrian. And if you look at it like this, like, oh, wow, that hat is nice, Kai. Good job. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But look at this. That's not nice. Look at how messed up that is. And if you turn this hat inside out, you'll see how messed up it really is. So if I show it to you like that, you're like, oh, girl, that's the bomb. You did a good job. Flip it up. You did a good job, right? But look at this. That's not a good job. That's terrible. And I put this hat together and I was like, you know what? You're going to have a hat that's messed up. I'm not taking it apart because already I had started and stopped this hat 1,000,000 times. So now I'm taking it apart. This piece is for me to take apart because this one got all messed up. So I had started and stopped this hat 1,000,000 times. And by the time I got to this part, and I realized it's all messed up. I'm like, ah. And where it's messed up is where I tried to switch from blue to white, white to blue, blue to white, white to blue, or blue to white. So where it got messed up is where I kept trying to switch, and I didn't know how. I'm learning this as I go along, right? So I said, whatever, this hat's gonna be warm. You're gonna wear it, and it's gonna have some little imperfections in it, and that's okay. And then I sat with it, and sat with it, and sat with it, and sat. And this hat I finished maybe about a week or so, maybe a little bit more than a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And it sat there looking at me saying, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, and you could do better, Kai. You could do better. So if you saw the hat that I posted this morning, that's the revision. So this hat, I'm not going to rip it apart because regardless of the fact that it has these imperfections, this sucker is warm. I'm not taking it apart. What I'm going to do is keep this hat I'm going to keep it in my car. And when I see a homeless person that looks like they need some warmth, I'm just going to give them a hat. It's not perfect, but somebody can use it. Everything that we do, we put out there for other people to see, and people see our end product and they think, oh my God, how long did it take you to do that? Somebody asked me on when I posted one of my hat and scarf sets, how long did it take you to do that, Kai? And I wanted to answer the question truthfully, but I'm not really sure what they're asking me. You mean if I sat down and knitted a hat and scarf from start to finish and made no mistakes, every stitch perfect, keeping accurate count of my stitches? You mean how long would it take me to knit that if I did it perfectly from start to finish in one setting? Or do you mean how long, Kai, did it take you to do that? Because that hat and scarf that you see that I'm posting, I'm like, oh, look at my project. Look at what I've done. Any given one of those could have been taken. You guys remember the one I did for Suli, I took it apart 7 times. Any given piece that I put together can be taken apart a number of times before I'm satisfied. And then you will never be satisfied. Let me show you. Let me show you. So last night, I was finishing up this hat and scarf set. And I'm finishing off the end. So this is 2 layers. So what I do is I knit a tube and then I stitch the tube together so that it's 2 layers so that the scarf is a little thicker. And I could either do it that way, or I can do 1 layer and stitch, either use a thicker yarn, or I could knit 2 strands together, but I decided not to knit 2 strands together, just to do a tube. So this is the one end of the scarf. When I stitched it together, this is perfectly stitched together, right? It's flexible, perfectly stitched together. But this one, you notice it doesn't stretch. It's not perfectly stitched together. Now it's stitched together. And it's the same width, relatively speaking, as the other one. But it's not perfect. Now, am I going to take this whole dang 6-foot scarf apart and redo those edges? No, I'm not. This is perfect. But I did take it apart. I did take this one end apart, stitch it together, take it apart, stitch it together, take it apart, stitch it together. And finally, I realized that this is just what it's going to be. And I'm going to be happy with that. And this scarf set is probably one of my favorites. I haven't decided whether I'm going to put the tassels on the end. You guys, what do you think? Should I put tassels on the end? This one is not getting, this is for a tall person. So I could put the tassels on the end, or I can just leave it like that. I was thinking this is more for a man. This is not getting a puff, so this is done. This beanie is what it is. No puff ball on the beanie. Creativity is work, right? We enjoy it as we do it. Okay, we enjoy it as we do it.
So you can use it on your fish.
Okay.
Maybe chicken.
But it's work. And if you want it to be done right, you do it and you redo it and you do it and you redo it. You redo it until you're satisfied. On this hat, this blue and white hat, Rose comes on, and Rose, when I'm knitting with Rose, Rose is always like, Kai, it's fine, it's fine. And we laughed the other day because I said, you always say that. And then when I take it apart, you tell me don't take it apart, leave it, Kai, don't take it apart, leave it. I take it apart. And then when you see the final product, you're like, oh yeah, that's so much better. You're not striving towards other people's satisfaction. You're striving towards your own satisfaction. What will you be satisfied with? What will you be happy with? Maybe my sister is happy with, her blankets that have little imperfections in them. She's happy. Am I happy with that? I don't know. But what I am happy about, I'm happy it's Friday. Show the hat again. This hat. Wait, what hat are you talking about, Catrice? Are you talking about the hat that you want? Good morning, Suli. This is a beanie. And this is, my idea about this is that it's geared more towards a man. I like this, but this set is geared more towards a man. I didn't do this. The blue one. Oh, the blue hat. This is the not perfect one. This is the imperfect hat. This is the one that's got all kinds of mistakes in it. This is not the one that went out. I waited. One, I just missed it. It was blue and white. Yeah. So this is not the perfect one. This is what we're talking about is imperfections. We're talking about these imperfections and how when you're putting together your piece, you make mistakes and you have to start all over. Catrice, I know you know what I'm talking about. You're an artist as well. I know you know what I'm talking about. You try something new. I had not tried this particular method that I was trying to do the stripes. I had not tried it. Where do you keep all your yarn? You see all that? That's all yarn waiting for a project. And you see this? Look. You see this? This is more, these are projects that have been completed. A scarf, a baby hat, another scarf. Look, a project that I'm working on. Oh, I tell you, at any given point, I've got like 20 projects going at a time. And if you can see over there, you can't really see it, but that dining room table is covered with yarn. I got to clean it up. A baby blanket. This is one of the first hats I did. Remember this? And all of my imperfections here. One of the first hats I did.
I want to see your first
This
hat.
is another. I think this is my very first hat.
Let me see.
This one. My slouch hat.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna put it on my head. This is so Catrice, when you said you wanted a slouch hat, I was one. Now, okay, they don't look good on me because I got this little puff afro thing. But anyway, yours isn't gonna look good either. It's not gonna look good on you either, 18, because of your locks. Yeah, no, dog, that's not right.
Well, it's mine now.
So this is where, and I look, all my needles.
You know you're not supposed to have that.
No, Patrice, the one you're talking about is a hat. This is the one you're talking about. You're talking about. Hold on. Oh. So, Catrice, you're talking about one like this. This is not exactly it because when I made it, actually, yeah, it is. Okay, but it's a little bit different. But this is the one you're talking about that cinches together at the top. That's the one. And then it could be a earmuffs or a neck cowl. This is the one you're talking about. So, but the point is, imperfections make it perfect. But yeah, sometimes some imperfections, but you have to be happy with what you're doing. You have to be happy with it, right? These imperfections make it look messy to me. But this imperfection, I'm okay with. But I need you guys to, because it's a hand knit scarf. Look, it's not gonna be 100% perfect. Period. It's not.
What's with all this whites?
It's called a tweed, babe. Can you go do your work? Go get your breakfast.
Oh, so it's meant to look messy like that.
Yeah, and it's 12:30. You're supposed to be back in class.
Oh,
so I need to know. I need you guys' advice on this one. This is for a man. This is a set for a man. Does it need the tassels on the end or no tassels on the end? What say you? What say you, Facebook? No tassels, no tassels. I'm not gonna do a different colors. Good morning, Chelsea Welsie. Thank you, Steve. That's the hat. I think it's a style. Yeah, no. I think I adjust that. You need cubbies like your mom. I do. So what I plan on doing, so this shelving system is all around, and I actually don't want the yarn in cubbies because when it's staring at me like this, then it sparks my creativity. No tassels. Okay, thank you. So this set is done then. No tassels. I really like how the hat and scarf look. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. I really love this feel of this as well. It's so soft. All right, so no tassels. So that one's done. I like my yarn looking at me. Like, you know, when you go to the yarn store and it has it where you can see all the colors. I like it like that. So at first I was getting from IKEA, oh, did I show you guys the other set? Oh. Wow, this is motivating me today because my stomach is upset a little bit. So this is the other hat that I did. I think I'm gonna pin that flower down. I mean that the bow down, and then the scarf. I'm kind of in the monochrome, right? Yeah, it's the squirrel moment. So anyway, I like to have the yarn looking at me so it can call my name, so it can say, hey, Kai, come work with me today. When at the point where I'm tired of my yarn calling my name, I'm going to put it in some cubbies and hide it away for a minute. But the reality is, if I hide it away, if I have it in, because I had it in bins at first. If I had it, thank you. Yeah, Catrice, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tack the corners down because yes, thank you. Yes. But when I had it in the bins, I couldn't remember what yarn I had. And so I kept rebuying. Oh, open cubbies.
Mom,
yes.
Can I keep this hat?
Yes. But I have this, sure. But I have this shelving system that's all around this room. So in reality, I can just use that shelving and just stick my yarn up there, kind of like it is. But, you know, you can get clear acrylic cubbies. I've been looking at the home, oh, okay. Y'all trying to hook me up. Y'all trying to have me look right. Thank you. Thank you. I need to get it together, but what I'm really trying to do is just get rid of all this yarn. I'm trying to just knit all of this away, right? I don't have space in this house. Thank you, Catrice. I'm going to look at that link later. Thank you very much. And Adrian, if you have a link to what you're talking about too, please send it to me. I do need help with that part of it, right? I do need to. I'm trying to keep it looking more together, but at the same time, you know, I need to get my crafting space together because crafting has taken over this entire house. And this is not a big house to be taken over with crafting. You'll buy more. I know, Catrice, that's the thing. Every time I got, it's like a drug. It's like a drug. I'm like, ooh, I need this color. Ooh, I need this one. And then before I finish what I'm working with here, I pick up some more. Okay, I'll have to take this call in a second. All right, guys, I'm not going to be able to stay on here. That's a call I need to return. So, you know what? The whole thing, I'm so happy it's Friday. We're getting it together. If you guys are a part of the gift exchange, please make sure that you get your gifts out today, no later than today. That's what you were supposed to do. Please make sure that you do that. A number of us who have already participated, who are participating in the gift exchange have already sent our gifts out. Make sure you get yours out. Have a great time today. Figure out whatever your hobby is. Figure out whatever it is you like to do. We won't talk about how many paint pens. Yeah, Catrice, right, right. But I love it. And when people ask you, how long does it take you? How long? Look, if I clocked you for my time, you'd be paying me hundreds of dollars because I'm, doing over and doing.
I just want to see what
doing it well. I know that's not the song.
What's that?
Anyway, we'll look at it in a minute. Anyway, guys, you guys have a wonderful, glorious day. I'm going to get on. And yes, the beads you have. It's. You know what? But if it gives you joy, I posted today, at any point, it seems foolish for you to ask me what I'm doing. Until COVID is over, until this pandemic is over and the world has opened up sufficiently and we can all go out and we can be out with our friends, don't ask me what I'm doing. 9.9 times out of 10, I'm knitting. I'm knitting. So don't say, Kai, what are you doing? How about you say, Kai, what are you working on now? Did you finish the last piece? How about you start with that? Anyway, guys, I need to get to work. I got work to do. I need to return this call, and I'm on lunch.
Work actually means in Kai terms, knitting.
No, I'm talking about work.
I'm not so sure about that.
I don't care if you're sure about it, honey. I am. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful, glorious day.
Bye.
Mind your COVID manners.
Wash your hands.
Dig into your craft, whatever your craft is. Find your energy and your space and your peace and your tranquility and enjoy, and do it until you are satisfied, not until somebody else is satisfied. And if everybody else is satisfied and you're not satisfied, maybe step back and look at it and decide, should I be satisfied? Most of the times for me, the answer is no, you should not be satisfied. Take that shit apart and do it over.
Wait, but I'm satisfied for my grades. So does that mean
your grades. You're not independent. You're a child. So you got to do it until your parents are satisfied.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, you guys have a wonderful, glorious day. Mind your COVID manners. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Watch your distance. Catrice, I will message you about that other hat. You need to let me know some colors. and I can put that together for you. So unless you want to pick from the colors I have. Anyway, have a wonderful, glorious day. I will see you
Bye.
here tomorrow.